He was absolutely devastated. He looked like a little kid because he was pretty young, still a teenager, and he thought that was his to win, but it was just the beginning of a beautiful rivalry. Wilson in the water now with Soli Bailey here in the round of 32. And a little backhand blowtail as well. Moving down the line with Julian Wilson in the matchup with Soli Bailey.
Yeah, catching up with Julian, just mentioning his role as a world title spoiler now.
Also like Julian, he's won an event at Pipe. It was a QS event, but with some absolute warriors in that contest. Couple of carving turns for Solomon Bailey. Wilson already has a 5.33. And now Soli getting his first wave out of the way.
Look at this wave from Soli. Finds a lot of milk suds on the open face, but lays into that first maneuver on the inside. Negotiates that tricky, wobbly section.
Really just getting started as they'll close off the evening for us. Looking like a fun-looking right-hander for Jules. He's got a ramp there, going for a big rotation and an awkward fall there. Wilson already with a 5.33 on the board.
John, oh, it looks like Soli Bailey is getting some action in here on his backhand.
So Soli, the rookie on tour, actually travels with Jack Freestone, both trying to will each other on into the round of 16 for a potential matchup as this one continues. Soli Bailey up and out, 0.17 for that launch. Here's Julian. Big section there, nice powerful vertical backhand snap, and he'll step off. Wilson, previous champ out here in 2012 in that close decision over Medina. Opened with a 5.33, and that'll be his second scoring wave for the moment.
Time, it looked really dramatic. Let's see what Soli does here.
Soli going for an air on the backhand. I feel like there is a great room to move with the dramatics of being in a wave that's moving, where your landing's moving.
A controlled recovery.
And you can recover to make something brilliant.
Yeah.
Might be smart for execution of a big move, especially when you're under the clock here. We've got a nice first turn from Julian Wilson. Jams it hard. Two powerful moves on that right-hander to extend his lead over Soli Bailey.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see how the judges decide if he made that or not, because he really didn't get up controlled afterwards. It was a nice combo of two turns, but he didn't come out of it real controlled. Foot completely comes off the board. He's going to lay back for about 3 seconds. Here goes Julian again. Watch this sort of second snap right there, and then he comes out of it and sort of kind of never really totally got back in control.
Focusing on Super Tubos here with this last heat of the day. Soli Bailey trying to survive against Julian Wilson. Going high road as two waves connect here, and he'll end up losing that end section maneuver. Bailey with a couple of threes, Wilson a bit higher with a couple of fives, just showing now this heat is wide open.
Yeah, he definitely had a tough start. Let's watch this left here. This thing actually looks pretty good. It's smooth but steep. I expect him to smash it like that. Got a little bit held up there, and see you got to kind of bounce to get back down, but he probably saw there was only really that one big section. Now let's watch this one more time. This angle will be nice. Straight up, boom! Just great line there. Just a little bit, maybe just a little bit stuck at the top.
He was just talking about how he's had so many close decisions where he's losing by sometimes a half a point. And having that happen repeatedly in your rookie season can be quite tough to deal with. Here he goes now. Bailey going for a second move.
Wow.
Fin blow out the back on a huge finishing move.
That was a great ride. That's going to be a real big score right there. See it from this angle.
First turn
really
right on the
clean.
money.
He didn't get stuck up in the lip. That one was even better.
Julian now rolling into the right-hander. One big section late to hit it.
He was gonna, I don't know if we'll get a playback on Julian's, but it looked to me like he was gonna bust the air, and then his board just did a little something funky on a chop. There goes Julian actually on this right. This could be a nice, let's see how open face and clean it is. Oh, I've seen him do those a few times in free surfs this week, where he just effortlessly throws a tail back out to the beach and then rides out with speed straight into a bottom turn. Saw him click a couple of those at this little beach break down the way the other day.
A long time coming.
And now back to live action. Solomon Bailey.
This could be the nail in the coffin if he just links this wave. That's going to better his three, I think, pretty pretty clearly. It'll probably be in the 4s, but it should better his 3. My opinion, the realest guy on tour.
Yeah.
He really just is comfortable saying what he wants. Let's watch Soli's wave again before I get into that. But I thought he was almost getting stuck out the back there, but he actually kept the nose down in the energy there pretty good and finished that out.
We can create a forever wild card at Pipeline. I know you wouldn't mind that.
Can you please act if we can do that?
That's really important as we watch a final ride here for Julian Wilson.
Oh.
Chasing a 6.61, is forced to go on a pretty small wave.
He needed the air.
What a performance for Solomon Bailey. The rookie on tour, needing a huge result, turned everything around with an 8.17, Ro.
This result means to him. He's going to march through to the round of 16. You can also see Julian Wilson. He is not happy. He's going to regroup.
I think if you're Soli, you take that. Look, Julian didn't do bad. Soli just got that really great wave. But Soli, if he looks at that and he goes, hey, I got one more of those 2 banger waves, and I had the highest score of the day, a 2-wave total. So he can take that as a confidence builder and say, I left a little on the table out there. I still beat Julian Wilson.